All right, guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're going to be looking at a podcast named No Fugazi Podcast. And the title of this video is called Male Feminist Threatens Coolly and This Happens. I've watched this content a little bit. I enjoy it. They seem cool. And with that being said, let's get right into this video.
All right, man. So you said that basically when we peel back all the layers, the black woman is God. Before, I'm just repeating back what you said to let you know that I understood exactly what you said. You said, as you know, before we've adopted the thinking and ideologies of God, how we know it now, before that, or even if we take it away, we would see that the black woman is actually truly God. That's what you said, right? Okay.
Correct.
Now, where does the father, my question for you is, where does the man come in? Where does the father or the man come into this picture? The black man or any man?
All right. Now, in regards to the father is a social construct that has nothing to do with nature. So somebody made up this whole father aspect. Man is something totally different. You grow into the man, but we go through stages in life to get to a man. So in regards to me, I had to go from an embryo, you know what I'm saying, to an infant, to a toddler, teenager, young adult, and then I graduated into a man. So when we're talking about those two terms, you know, you got to go to get to a man. And then when you're talking about a father, there's nowhere that there's a father in nature. So a father would be unnatural. That's just something to compete with the woman.
What is he talking about? He said the father is unnatural. The father is not in nature. Literally, if a male has sex with a woman and has a kid, that's just a father right there. That's what a father is, right? Unless he's talking about like fatherhood and a dad, which in that case, that's still like in a natural state. That's just a natural thing, right? I don't understand what he's saying.
Okay, so you're saying that the father is unnatural, but the woman is natural.
Correct.
Do I have that correct? And you're saying the reason why, you really didn't give a reason why the father would be unnatural. So what's your reasoning that the father is unnatural? Explain, give me some logic, however you could, you know,
the logic
put it together.
The logic was nature. I said that there was not a father found in nature. There's nowhere in nature that you can find a father. You have a male. So at the end of the day, there's no father. Father is a social construct.
That's not true.
That's something to put itself into existence to be opposite of the mother. But there's no such thing really as a father.
Can you explain how the father is a social construct?
It's a social construct due to the fact is you're talking about a label that's being placed on a man being a father. Can you be a father at 12 years old?
I mean, I think I had.
First off, yes, you can be a father at 12 years old. Second off, you can literally say the same exact thing for motherhood if that's the case. That's not like an actual reason as like, or an example at all as to why fatherhood is not a natural phenomenon at all. Oh, because you have to put a label on it. That means that's why fatherhood is not natural. Or you can just put a label on motherhood, right? You just put a label on a woman and say that's motherhood. That just doesn't make any sense.
When I was 12 years old, man. So,
so
you could be a father when you're 12 years old. You could have definitely planted your seed in something. Yes.
That's nasty.
Let's just go with, do you think there's any differences between men and women?
It's kind of like you're trying to be condescending to the point where you have no comprehension. You don't have no comprehension in what I'm saying to you in a response to the point where you can't.
What are you saying that could be comprehensible? You're not saying anything of substance. You're saying, oh, fathers are not natural because of nature. They're not found in nature. That doesn't even make any sense. That literally doesn't make any sense.
Fathom it? What do you mean?
No.
I don't understand then you go to the next question after you sit there and tell me that you didn't understand shit. Like come on,
not
bro.
understand.
Like, we gonna turn this into is this some type of entertainment or something? I'm just asking you. I thought it was about the black woman as God. I don't know you.
Well,
I didn't research you. I just
totally
came over
fine.
here because So what are we doing?
We'll speak in detail. What we're doing is having a discussion man to man, right? You just said that the man is a social construct.
I said the father is. You're saying that the man is. Right.
Okay,
let's just two things. You asked me about the man and the father.
You said, well, that, because the father is, not from nature. And I want you to explain, how isn't the father not from nature? That's what I want you to do. I want you to explain how.
He can't explain something that he made up. He can't explain something that just doesn't make any sense. Fathers are in nature.
how it's a social construct and it's not from nature. Because here's what I'll tell you. Nothing grows unless a seed is planted. Nothing grows on this planet unless a seed is planted. And every man holds the seed in them. Every man holds the seed of life form. Life form in us. In your sack, if you have enough testosterone, but I know in my sack, I got at least 80 million of them little niggas moving around in there. You know what I'm saying? Most men do with a good amount of testosterone. So therefore we have seed, and the life form starts there. You won't have a plant if you don't plant a seed first. So you saying that a father is a social construct is a lie, is what I'm saying. Get to dispute the point that the father doesn't hold the seed. So we plant the seed in a woman, and then life grows from that. Women bring about life. The life form is actually in a man. So explain to me again how the father is a social construct when the father holds the seed and a woman holds nothing but eggs. She's waiting for a seed.
Honestly, he's being nice right now. I won't even go that far. All you literally have to say is, hey, it takes a man and a woman to make a baby. The man is the father, the woman is the mother. That is it. Plain and simple. It can't be any other formula to make a child. So how does the father not exist if you need both of those things? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
You don't make sense, man. Let me hear you.
You haven't given me a chance to make sense.
Yes, he
You're
has.
wrong. And you're wrong in the way to sit there and say that the sperm is a seed. How could you have seeds running up and through your body? That makes no sense. A seed is not a fucking tadpole with a tail. That's not a seed. So in regards to it, you're wrong. Now, if you're talking about an apple seed or
Explain
orange
how
seed,
I'm wrong, though.
He doesn't know what a metaphor is. That's clearly what I'm saying right now. He does not know what a metaphor is. He's not talking about literal seeds as in like a plant that has to grow from a seed. He's saying that, hey, we can compare the sperm that we have in our bodies to a seed, and then the plant is the child, like an actual baby. And the soil, I guess you can say, is the mother, right? I don't understand.
listen, an avocado seed or whatever the case may be. Now we can get into the comparison on how the woman gives the man the whole body, the construct, the brain, the lungs, the face, the skin. She's creating a child within a womb. So she gives him the penis too. Did you forget that she gave him the sperm? So
Can
in
you
regards
explain
to
in
it,
a scientific way, from a biological way, how doesn't a man hold the seed in the life form? You're just speaking, but I need you to peel back the layer to things and give facts. This podcast is called No Fugazi. So if I'm speaking, I'm always going to speak with facts. So here's a fact for you. The woman doesn't determine the sex of the baby. She has an X chromosome. The man holds the X and the Y chromosome, right? So here's science, right? So when a man has sex with a woman, he dictates the sex of the baby. So you just said, where do you get a penis from? Where do you get this from? Where do you get that from? You get that from the man, since the man determines the sex of the baby. Mm-hmm. Do you get it? Women only hold the X chromosome. Men hold the X and a Y. That's scientifically facts that proves that what you just said is nonsense, and men do dictate the sex of the baby. So if he's dictating the sex of the baby, let's peel the layer back even further. That means that the man actually dictates how many men are going to be in this world, how many women are going to be in this world. The list goes on and on. Your father dictated that you would have a beard. Your father dictated that you would have a beard and be a man, from what I could see. You get what I'm saying? Your mother didn't determine that, so you should be thanking your father, because your father truly created you. Anything for that, man? Scientifically, can you dispute what I said?
You sound uneducated, like to the.
He did not just say that. You sound uneducated. Oh my God. You sound uneducated. I can't even speak right now how goddamn stupid he sounds. How do you deal with people like this, right? I couldn't be around somebody like this, right? Somebody that is so stupid that he does not know his own ignorance, and he has the audacity to call other people stupid. This is just stupid. I don't know what else to use. This is just stupid. Can't use that R word on YouTube anymore, I guess. So yeah. What? He just said you sound uneducated. That would. If I was this guy, Cooley, I would have just ended the podcast right there. Stop it. We're done. It's over with.
Point where this is so level of surface to the point.
God dang,
How
man.
could you?
Okay,
How could you
educate
sit
me.
here? I'm just asking you, like, how could you
Educate
sit
me.
here and tell
I'm
me that
fine.
my father gave me what all males are females before they turn into a male based off the decision of the mother. Every male can look at their actual scrotum sac and see a line from the bottom of their scrotum sac to the tip of their penis. All male. That means you were sold up. Your testicles are nothing but your ovaries. Your penis is nothing but an elongated clitoris. At the end of the day, you're nothing but an inside out female.
Okay.
I'm sorry that this man has never been told that, and he doesn't understand that he was made in the likeness and the image of his mother. I'm sorry that before anybody ever taught him anything, his mother was there. Your mother is literally the only thing that you know in life. You don't even know if that's your father, but your mother knows if it's your father
What? I'm speechless.
or not. You know everything about your mother because that's where you came from. That's your first home. That's your first origin. The black woman has always been considered God, even before the patriarch took over and started to actually make a male God. But it was never a male that was being God. It was always the woman. In Islam, it was the woman. In the Catholic Church, it was the woman. In ancient Egypt, it was the woman. In Samaria,
This is disgusting. This is disgusting. Who even told this man any of this stuff? Did his mom tell him this? I'm assuming his mother did not say any of this stuff to him. I feel like he read like a couple of, I don't know what you call them. What's that called? That word. I forgot right now. Except I'm pretty sure he like just read some sketchy books and is going with it. Right? This is ridiculous. Like, come on.
Mesopotamia, Babylon, it was the woman. Phoenicia was the woman. Chaldea was the woman. But if he doesn't know that, that means he's not reading. And then I'm telling you, I'm trying to respond to the man, even to the point where if a woman is making.
First off, why is she saying I'm trying to respond to the man? You're talking to the man right now. So just actually speak in first person with the guy that you're speaking to, right? Second off, what type of pseudo religion is this? Does he know anything about religion at all? At this point, I don't even know what to say about this guy.
Taking up your whole total makeup, and she's using her menstrual blood to do it within her womb. That's why you women don't bleed for 9 months. You literally coagulate a child in your womb. What does the man have to do with it? Is the man shooting blood in you, woman, or is he literally giving you his DNA via his sperm? So when you're actually making this baby in your womb, you're using your blood. That's why you don't bleed for 9 months. When that baby comes out, that is a product of its mother. So the baby literally develops.
But how is the baby made in the first place? Okay. Do you need the man to make a baby? Let him answer that question. If you say that, then he can't even probably admit that you need the man to make the baby. I'm pretty sure that this guy, if you ask him, do you need a man to make a baby? He will say no. That's how crazy he sounds right now.
Through life. As the baby develops through life, we get to puberty. That's when our body chemically starts to actually make the sperm in our body. But it came from our mother. Everything comes from your mother. You get it from your mother. Your mother is your God. Your father is not your God. The sperm in his body comes from his mother. Where do you think we got our body from? You didn't make this. You don't have nothing to do with your face. You don't have nothing to do with your head and none of that. Your mama gave that to you. She birthed you. How could you sit there and say that she's not your God? Your mother was God before you was taught about God. Somebody had to tell you about God in order for you to believe them. Now in your mind, that's God. But what if your mother knew she was God? She would teach you about God. How can a man be a God when he cannot produce life? A man.
He can produce life. That's the whole entire point that Cooley is trying to make right now. It actually starts with a man, then transfer into a woman, and then the woman actually formulates that baby, and then it becomes into fruition. Like, what are we talking about right now? Do people like this actually exist?
Cannot sustain life. He does not have breast milk.
Got you. You done or are you still going?
No, go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm respectful. So if you want to go and respond, you can go.
Okay. So, I mean, everything you said was just nonsense. It didn't make any sense. It didn't correlate to anything.
Which part?
And
Which
one
part?
plus
Which
one
part?
didn't
All of
add
it.
up.
Oh,
You
no.
didn't have any rebuttal to it. You just started speaking nonsense. But let me ask you a question.
I have to force myself to speak because you won't allow me to.
Does one
First off, he's lying. He did allow him to speak. Second off, you were speaking nonsense the entire time. None of that stuff made any sense at all. What is...
You're
plus
asking
one
me
equal
another
two?
question.
Does
I
one
think
plus
it
one
equals
equal
one.
two?
No, one and one come together, they merge. That's one, right? Think about it,
Okay,
right?
god dang.
When
So
one and one
chat
come together,
proves
they
my
merge,
point. The
right?
nigga don't know
Right.
what one
One
plus
and
one
one
equals.
merge, right?
He said that
One
one
and
and one
one, put it
merges.
together, they merge. One,
What is he talking about? Oh my god, is he on like that Terrence Howard stuff? 1 + 1 = 1.
right? If I
Oh
come
god
together with a
dang.
woman, don't I go into that woman? Don't me
All
and that
right.
woman go into each other? Now we one. I got my dick, I am one. At the end of the day, what you
So you
mean
got a
one plus
watch
one
on your
equals
left
two?
hand. You got a watch on your left hand.
Right.
If you put another watch on your left
Mm.
hand, will you have one watches or two watch?
They're on the same hand. It's just one watch if they put together. If you
Stop it. This dude is trolling. Okay, he's not a real person. He's just putting on an act for the internet to try to, boost his viewership wherever he is. Like, okay, he's not a real person. Got it. Got it. There is no way that this person right here is like real and actually thinks what he thinks.
they merge together. You see what I'm
Uh,
talking about? You want me to
if
have
you
two?
put the watch on
Right.
a different hand, would you have
Right.
two watches on you?
I don't know. If you take a man wig off, then would you have be bald headed? I don't know, bro. We all got questions that they ask us. I mean, shit. I mean, what you want to do? I don't
What?
know, bro. Is you
I'm
on? Is we on
curious.
this build? Are we on this? Are we on this build or what? What we gonna do, bro?
This is
What
what
we
we're gonna
gonna
do,
do?
because I'm actually curious. Because the last
Mm.
people I had on here, I had 4 other people that had your same points of view, right? And now let's change up the dialogue a little bit, because I'm curious of knowing. I believe that you let me know if you don't believe that 1 + 1 = 2, but let me know if this makes sense to you, and see if we can come to agreement on something. That's what I want to get here. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. Influence creates thinking. Thinking creates behavior. Would you say that that's true?
Yes.
Makes sense.
Okay, cool. I want to know this because I spoke with, you're the 5th person I had on the podcast now that believe that the black woman is God, right? So
5th?
since we know that, and you just confirmed that influence creates thinking and thinking creates behavior,
Mm.
you have this, your mind frame of how you think. I want to know what influenced you to think this way.
It's knowing versus belief. Everybody believes in God. I know God. You see what I'm saying? Knowing is being able to have logic, evidence, and reason. You know it, just like your past experiences. I know my mother. So before I learned how to talk, before I learned how to walk, before I had taught about my ABCs, before I was taught about anything, my mother was there. Somebody had to teach me, influence me, get me to think about a God that they wanted me to think about. But prior to that, my mother was my creator. So when you look at it, my mother was a black woman, and all black women are the manifestation of Mother Nature. I don't give a fuck about a book and what you read, bro. Go to nature and look at it. That is the
I
supreme
got
map
you.
of things. Everything
Clarence,
in nature
one
is telling
second.
you what to
Clarence, I
every
seen that
you
you,
don't have you
real
don't have
quick.
to stop me, bro. You don't have to stop
No,
me
no, no.
every
Someone
fucking
came
30
in the chat.
seconds.
Clarence, I see
You
you
don't
coming in
have to
here. Give
stop
it
me
2
every 30
seconds.
seconds,
I'll
bro.
add you
30
in after I
seconds.
have this discussion with him.
I get
Once
30
again,
seconds to speak. Like every
listen,
single
man,
time.
it's a
Is that what you
podcast, and
feel?
I had
You're
someone trying to
intimidated.
join the live
You're
stream.
intimidated, bro.
No,
That's
no, I
all
had
it
someone
is.
trying
You're
to join the live
intimidated.
stream.
You don't want to know. You do.
This is stupid. This is stupid. He clearly just said, hey, I have somebody trying to join, and I'm trying to tell him to wait 1 second. You can get back to what you're saying. He said, look at the big deal he's making out of this. Come on now.
This for content.
Intimidated?
At the end of yeah, you're intimidated. It's got to be.
Come
If
on,
I can
man.
sit there and listen to you and
Nah,
you
man.
can't listen to
I
me,
mean,
you
listen, bro.
told
We
us
could
about a pregnant male rat. You told
intimidate,
us the
bro.
science
I do
brought about a
debates with
pregnant
men
male
in
rat.
person. You could come here in person. No one's intimidated, bro.
You gotta be.
No
It's
one
gotta be
feels like that.
something. Then
You could
why
have this
won't you let
discussion
me
in
speak the
person.
whole
The same way I'm
podcast?
conveying myself with you over here, it'll be
The
in
whole
person. And actually,
podcast,
it'll be
bro.
more
Listen,
intense.
y'all.
We said that influence creates thinking, thinking creates behavior. You think that the black woman is God. I want to know what influenced you.
Looking for God.
Okay? Explain, elaborate. What did you
God
find
has.
that made you really think that the black woman is God?
My mother
Like
was in my
you
face the whole time. She was in my face the whole time, and I didn't realize that
okay.
that was God. So they told me that my mother, everything was outside.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to end this video right here. This is actually, oh my God, I said the word. Didn't mean to say it. I might blur it. I might blur it out, whatever. But yeah, that was stupid. I can't take any more of this. He's asking him a question and he's like obfuscating the question. He can't actually he can't actually answer the question in an honest manner. He said, "Hey, what influenced you?" Knowing God. What do you mean by that? Could you explain? Just knowing my mother. Oh wait, so because you think that women are God, you think that your mother is a God? What? This is insane. These people are insane right here. Shout out to Cooley, because I'm not gonna get to the part to where he threatens him. I don't care enough about to hear this guy speak. This is annoying. Like people like this right here, you have to ostracize. You can't take them serious. When they say what they say, you just laugh. You don't even try to debate them. Right now, he's trying to debate him. You just laugh. Laugh at these type of people. Don't actually take these people serious, because they're gonna actually go through the world thinking the way that they think, and there's gonna be a danger to society. That's what that's personally what I believe. That's what I truly believe. But with that being said, my name is J Dottie. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Peace.